Monster Musume no Oishasen. In the town of Lindworm, where monsters and humans coexist, Dr. Glenn runs an exemplary medical clinic for monster girls with his Lamia assistant, Safi. Whether receiving a marriage proposal by a centaur injured in battle, palpating the injury of a mermaid, or soldering the delicate wounds of a flesh golem, Dr. Glenn performs his job with grace and confidence. But when an unsavory character seeks to steal a harpy egg, how will the unflappable Dr. Glenn respond? Peter Grill to Kanja no Jikan. Peter Grill is known throughout the land as the world's strongest fighter. He has a girlfriend who he's steadily trying to get closer with. Life is good for him, until he realizes that dozens of women who want to bear strong children are all vying for his seed. Dokyu Hentai Hexerose. In a world on the verge of a great disaster that began 5 years ago, heroes who, with the help of a device called Hexerose, used the power of Ecchi, H, and erotic power, Iro, to save the planet from libido-devouring monsters. Enjo Redo and Hoshino Kirara are childhood friends who have drifted apart from each other. One day, they're caught in a battle against a sensor bug that feeds on human sexual energy to evolve. After successfully taking down the enemy, they join a group of heroes like them, using the erotic power of the Hexerose Force to fight off monsters. Kanajo Okarishimasu. Genres: comedy, romance, school, shonen. Dumped by his girlfriend, emotionally shattered college student Kazuya Kinoshita attempts to appease the void in his heart through a rental girlfriend from a mobile app. At first, Chizuru Mizuhara seems to be the perfect girl with everything he could possibly ask for: great looks and a cute, caring personality. Upon seeing mixed opinions on her profile after their first date and still tormented by his previous relationship, Kazuya believes that Chizuru is just playing around with the hearts of men and leaves her a negative rating. Angry at her client's disrespect towards her, Chizuru reveals her true nature, sassy and temperamental, the complete opposite of Kazuya's first impression. At that very moment, Kazuya receives news of his grandmother's collapse and is forced to bring Chizuru along with him to the hospital. Although it turns out to be nothing serious, his grandmother is ecstatic that Kazuya has finally found a serious girlfriend, which had always been her wish. Unable to tell her the truth, Kazuya and Chizuru are forced into a fake relationship, acting as if they are truly lovers. Boku no Kanajo ga Majime Suguru sho bitch na ken. Haruka Shinozaki has been interested in the class representative Akiho Kosaka since his first year in high school. She is attractive, good at sports, and is an all-around model student. Since they are in the same class this year, Shinozaki decides to confess his feelings, and, to his shock, Kosaka agrees to be his girlfriend. However, he finds that Kosaka is a bit stranger than he first thought. This seemingly perfect girl has never been in a relationship. But even though she is inexperienced, she vows to please Shinozaki in every way she can, such as learning multiple sex positions or his fetishes. Shinozaki tries to assure her that her studies into such subjects aren't necessary, but Kosaka devotes herself to making him happy in more ways than one.
Val X Love. High schooler Akutu Tamaka has learned to accept his lonely lot in life, and is content surrounded by his studies. But when the god Odin taps him to save the world alongside 9 Valkyries fueled by intimacy, Tamaka can say goodbye to his solitary existence. Campione Matsurawanu Kamigami to Kamigoroshi no Mao. Some people suddenly find religion, but for 16-year-old Kasanagi Godao, it's that really old-time religion that's found him. As the result of defeating the God of War in Mortal Kombat, Godao stuck with the unwanted position of Campione, or Godslayer, whose duty is to fight heretical gods whenever they try to muscle in on the local turf. Not only is this likely to make Godao roadkill on the highway to heaven, it's also a job that comes with a lot of other problems. Like how to deal with the fact that his enhanced status is attracting a bevy of overly worshipy female followers. After all, they're just there to aid him in his demigodly duties, right? So why is it that their leader, the demonically manipulative sword mistress Erica Vendelli, seems to have such a devilish interest in encouraging some very unorthodox activities? Get ready for immortal affairs, heavenly harems, and lots of dueling deities taking Pius in the face as the ultimate smash, bash, and thrash of the Titans rocks both heaven and earth.
Hyakura no Hao to Siaku no Valkyria. Some urban legends are best left untested. Yuto Sao gets more than he bargained for when he joins his childhood friend Mitsuki Shimoya in testing out an urban legend. When he uses his phone to take a picture of himself with the local shrine's divine mirror, he is whisked off into another world, one heavily steeped in the lore of the Old Norse myths. Using his knowledge gained from school and his solar-powered smartphone, he has the chance to bring the Wolf Clan, the same people who cared for him, to prominence, all while earning the adoration of a group of magic-wielding warrior maidens known as the Einherjar. Oda Nobuna no Yabo. High school student Yoshiharu Sagura wakes up and finds himself in the middle of a raging Sengoku period battle. He is saved by the legendary Hideyoshi Toyotomi, but at the cost of the hero's life. With his dying breath, the warrior pleads for Yoshiharu to become a feudal lord in his place. Now that the course of history has been changed, Yoshiharu pledges to keep the timeline from diverging any further. Yet, after rescuing Nobuna Oda, whom he discovers is actually the fabled Nobuna Oda's female counterpart, Yoshiharu realizes he has been transported to an alternate reality where most of Japan's historical warlords are now cute girls. To set things right and find a way back home, Yoshiharu agrees to become one of Nobuna's retainers and assist her in a conquest of Japan. As Nobuna initiates her campaign, Yoshiharu discovers that the history he learned from playing the video game Nobunaga's Ambition allows him to predict future events and turn the tide of war. Using this invaluable gift to aid the Oda clan's beautiful generals, Yoshiharu hopes to help his new lord fulfill her dream and win the hearts of women everywhere.
Isekai no Sekishi Monogatari. Kenshi Masaki has been kidnapped and brought to the world of Geminar by a mysterious group. To get back home, he agrees to help them assassinate the newly crowned empress of the Saiyu Kingdom, Lashara Asu the 28th, using a giant robot called a Sacred Mechanoid. As her army fights them off, Lashara takes note of Kenshi's abilities and demands that her attacker be captured alive, only to find out that the pilot is male, which is extremely rare on Geminar. Believing it to be a waste to kill him, she makes Kenshi her attendant. As the Empress's new servant, Kenshi is required to accompany Lashara to the Holy Land, an academy where sacred mechanoid pilots hone their skills. His arrival attracts attention, but Kenshi is unaware that something sinister is brewing within the academy and it could plunge the entire world into war.
Alright everyone, that's it for today's video. Did you guys enjoy this list? Or find any anime you're interested in? Let us know your thoughts down in the comments, and please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you're new, remember to turn on notifications for more upcoming top 10 videos.